John. Hello? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't have the thing turned up. How you doing?
He keeps calling in, and he keeps getting a busy signal.
So, what happened?
He keeps calling in, and he's getting a busy signal. Do you have your cell phone with you? I'll text you his number.
Oh, I don't have my phone on me for text. I left my phones downstairs. You're going to have to email me that.
Okay, I'll email it.
But he shouldn't be having no busy signal. That's impossible.
Okay,
That's impossible. He didn't dial the right number.
Maybe Skype's mad at me for making fun of Skype tonight. I don't know.
Well, there's no such thing as busy. This thing could take up to 10 calls. There's no way that you didn't dial the right number.
I'm going to text you the number. Goodbye.
All right. Get an attitude with me, buddy. Kick your ass. All right. You know, I made you. I brought you in this world, and I could take you out. Don't you get loud with me there, Johnny boy. All right. Well, that's good. Let's see here. Now I can, whatever over here. All right. You didn't dial the right number. You didn't dial the right number. Come on. I mean, I have a sophisticated system here. This is actually a what they call it, a very sophisticated system here. Very sophisticated. All right, very good. So let's see now. All right, so he's gonna text me the number. Now I want to be ready here. What was I going to be ready with anyway? What was I going to be ready with? Okay, but okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we're gonna. What are we gonna do? Oh, I got a phone call right now. And the only thing I got a question is, could this be the great Rick Ferrusi?
No.
Oh. Oh, okay. So we don't got the great Rick Ferrusi out there. Can you believe this, Jim? I mean, you know, he's got a busy signal, man. You know,
I got right through.
Yeah, there's no such thing. He didn't dial the right number, and I'm gonna have to kick his ass there. I'm just looking for the appropriate.
He's a drummer. Watch out. He might pounce on you.
Yeah, no, he's a big motherfucker. I think he's bigger than you are. He might fuck you up.
Yeah, I know, Rick.
Yeah. Oh, matter of fact, he's on the air right now. Hold on. Hey, this is Crazy Joe. Could this be the great Rick Ferrusi?
Yeah, and I dialed 845-704-2439, brother.
Well, we take up to 10 calls over here, so there was really no way that you had a busy signal. But anyway, let me give you...
That was the 11th call.
Well, no, there was only one caller here tonight I had an interview with. And wait a minute, let me just give you a proper... Everybody from the legendary band, which is Dead on Arrival, also known as D.O.A., the great, and I mean great, Rick Ferrusi, yes.
Yes. The Rick Ferrusi, don't get Z.
Right, the Rick Ferrusi. Look at that, the fans are going crazy now. That's right, they're going crazy, man. The great Rick Ferrusi.
How you doing, brother?
How you doing? I get all your posts. You know, you're a very interesting guy, and we have someone that knows you out there that's on the line right now.
Nice.
Mr. Big Jim. I call him Big Jim Calhoun. Jim, say hello to Rick.
Hey, Rick, what's up, dude?
Hey, Jim, how you doing, brother?
Good, man. Yourself?
Good, man. Hanging in there. I always see your posts. I enjoy them. I'll tell you.
I enjoy yours too, brother.
Oh, thank you
Use
very
my
much,
middle
man.
page.
I'm always there when I can.
It's all good, brother. It's all good.
Cool. So, I'm just, I'm working hard, you know, just trying to get a new album done. We're doing a tribute cover album, you know, to a lot of great bands. And, of course, we take all these classic rock songs that we do and we play them like metal. Like, I don't think you've ever heard a heavy version of Born to Be Wild the way we play it. And, Jim, were you at the Chance last October?
No, I didn't get a chance to get up there, bro.
Yeah, we did. I put a little clip on there, like a 30-second clip that somebody took, and it shows how heavy we play, like Born to Be Wild. We detune, we chunk everything up, and we just, we have a ball with the stuff, you know?
Doing some cold stuff and having fun playing tunes.
Yeah, you know, I love this stuff, you know. I love all the classic rock, all that anthem rock, and you know, we're taking everything and we're heavying it up, like I said. And we make an epic out of it.
Like me, a product of the 80s.
Well, that's it, without a doubt. Nothing wrong with that, though.
No, there ain't, bro.
No, and
I read that article the other day. It says that us metalheads live a calmer and happier life, and I tend to agree.
well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
We're taking all these songs now, like we're doing Grand Funk's Railroad, American band, you know, and when you hear that thing going chug, 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 I mean, I'm telling you, it's just like head pounding shit, you know what I mean? We're really doing some head pounding music with it, and having a ball with it. We're not destroying any of the signatures in any of the songs. Our songs are very recognizable. You know, I hear other bands do like remakes of songs, and it's like, and I'm wondering, is that the song? I do the right lyrics, but is that the song? You know, that's not going to happen with this new album that we're doing. Well, we're doing two
that's
great
the key
people.
to doing covers, anyways, to put your own twist on it.
Well, that's it. But I mean, you have to still recognize the song, and a couple of those new, you know, younger, newer metal bands out there doing. Well, I won't drop names, but I'm going to say a Bad Company song. You know, they destroyed the signature as far as I'm concerned. You know, and it just doesn't have the creativity that the original band had when they did it. They took the signature away.
Right.
And
well, they changed one word. Shotgun.
there you go. And you know, so it's you know, it's quite an experience taking like a song like Hush or Smoke on the Water and doing your own rendition of it and taking it and making a guitar. The guitars are growling and this stuff, you know. And you know, we put the Dead on Arrival signature on everything. We take everything and everything sounds like D.O.A. It doesn't sound like a cover band doing it, because everything we do has our signatures. Like we put stops in the phrasings, for instance, you know. And you know, I play my drums, you know, like I'm not a beatkeeper, I'm a drummer, you know, so I play progressively. So all the songs have a real, and the bass player is great in following me, and the guitarists are great in following some of the things I do. So we play everything in a very progressive manner, you know, like old school progressive rock, like the way the Who used to be if the Who was like metal today, you know. So it's quite interesting.
Sure.
You know.
Well, that's great. I can't wait for that album to come out.
Yeah, well, we're working on it, you know. The Rest in Peace album is doing pretty well, you know, and that's by Dead on Arrival. That's doing pretty well. And it's, I don't know, the first couple songs, the first 5 songs are really just, you know, a lot of downloads. I was surprised, actually, you know, and it has that old school feel with a real modern touch to it, you know.
Well.
And Hell to Hell, Press for Time. We did a tribute to Whitesnake. We did Walking in the Shadow of the Blues.
I got that queued up, by the way.
Oh, yeah? Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Joey.
I got that queued up along with the other great songs. So, Jim, have you heard it yet?
Yeah, I post this stuff on my page all the time, dude.
Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that, bro.
Well, I haven't heard it, and I don't know if my people out there.
I got a couple CDs from him, too, so when I play out, I could mix some of his tunes into my...
without a doubt. I tell you, you know, I thought you were going to be there. I didn't know if you were there or if you left early or what, you know, but...
Yeah.
Like we were supporting Scarlet at the Chance that night, you know. So I brought a bunch of CDs, hoping to run into you and other people that I wanted to give CDs to.
Let me ask.
We'll catch up though, without a doubt.
Let me ask Rick a question. Hold on, Jim. Let me ask Rick a question. I have the song queued up, and usually we like to start the interview process by a song because music speaks louder than words. Would you like me to play "Walking in the Shower," the blues, Rick, and then just take it from here and play? Because we have a lot of couple tracks that we like to play, and I like to hear them myself, and I'd like you to describe them for us. So, what do you say, Rick? You want to start off the interview and the show with one of your cuts, that particular song, or I have
That's
some
fine.
other? Oh, that's okay.
Fine. You know what better way than to tribute Whitesnake? You know what I mean?
We're gonna start it.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, great. All right, so Jim, if you want to hang around, I guess you can. But I'm going to play this song I haven't heard yet, and I just played a few seconds of it. And I was getting into it, so I want to play it for everybody out there. Plus, we're also on the National Truck Drivers Network. So all of you goddamn hillbillies, you ain't going to hear no Hank Williams. Going to hear a real rock and roller out there. D.O.A. Dead on Arrival, Rick Ferrusi, and I mean the Rick Ferrusi. So, and nobody does. I am the. Wait, I got to do the snap of the finger. I am the.
Close.
I am the Rick Ferrusi. I just drew a symbol of my guitar player. All right, so here, let's start with this track, "Walking in the Shower," the blues. This is a tribute to Whitesnake, right, Rick?
Yes, it is. And it's got our stamp on it.
Okay. Well, let's do it right now.
Rock and roll.
On a great rock and roll, exactly. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Wow, that was a really good track, Rick. Unbelievable.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Unfucking real. Now, I want to ask you, because, I know you a little bit better, over the years and stuff like that, and I always so curious. Like, I know the man behind D.O.A. I'm going to ask another question with that, which is you, Rick, the Rick Ferrusi, the man of D.O.A., Dead on Arrival. You're basically the leader. Who are these musicians that you just played with here? Who is the vocalist? Was it that vocalist that I saw there? I'm sure you're working with different kinds of people. And does your lineup change a lot? Like, is it the same lineup that you had when you were going to do that gig, when that bar was open over there and now it's closed in Fishkill? I mean, who is the singer? Who is the guitar player? Of course, that's what and the bass player is great. But I mean, who are these musicians that you're playing with? Are they from they can't be from Hudson Valley, can they?
Yeah, they are actually. Donnie Schickel. Donnie's from, he's Newburgh. He's from Newburgh. Donnie's been with me probably over 12 years.
And what does he play?
What's that?
What does he play?
He's a vocalist. Yeah, Donnie Schickel's the vocalist, and he's actually and believe it or not, a lot of people think that I run the whole band. I don't. He's got a lot to say, And sometimes I just take a step back and I just go with what he wants, because he's a great friend, and he's a great business partner and a great vocalist. And I'll tell you, it's like a marriage.
Right.
I'm not going to piss off my wife. You know what I mean?
Can I piss you off?
No.
Oh, okay. No. I want to love you.
She's my wife.
Yeah. I just want to love you. I think you're a very sexy man, by the way.
Why, thank you very much.
I mean, you have muscles on top of muscles, and you're a real man's man, and I can't wait to go to your house and just, like, feel your muscles up,
Pumping iron since I was a kid, man.
I know, man. You got such ripply muscles.
I started powerlifting. I think I started a bodybuilder. I was 18.
Yeah, you're a scary guy, I'll tell you.
And then I think when I hit like 21, something like that, I got into powerlifting, and I used to compete.
Yeah.
I mean, I love lifting weights.
Yeah, man. Well, I don't know if I could say that for myself, but I should try to love it. I want to, that I'm Hans, and I tell you, I want to learn how. I sound like an Indian. I'm sorry. I'm not getting the German accent. I mean, anyway, so, this, and is that the same singer I met when you were doing that gig over there in Fishkill?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was. Donnie's been with me, like I said. He's been with me. Yes, it was, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, he's not a young guy, meaning like, he's not like the way he sounds with the voice, he's tall and skinny and got long hair, Yeah,
no. Donnie's more like, he looks more like I don't know, I guess like an alternative metal band singer,
Okay.
And he is. He's everything. Donnie can do things, his vocals can, believe it or not, he can emulate, and I mean this, pretty close to it if anybody I've ever heard. But he can, emulate Freddie Mercury.
Right.
He doesn't sound exactly like him, but he can hit the notes and the way he does his falsetto. And
man. I heard it.
And then he does death metal growls. He does all that stuff in Ode to Orpheus, my other band.
I want to get that to Ode to Orpheus, because I see that all the time, along with all the other accomplishments you've done. And who's the guitar player now in your band? Who did that album there? Walking the Shadow, Dead on Arrival, Walking the Shadow Blues. Who's the guitar player? Where's he from?
Actually, I used a gentleman by the name of Jim Kirk, and he did a lot of the rhythms and leads. But on that track,
where's he from?
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to surprise you.
Yeah, tell me.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Madman Marty.
Get at the fuck! Wait a minute.
I'm not kidding you.
Wait a minute.
I'm not kidding you. I highly respect him as a musician, and I would work with him any day.
Wait a minute. When this album that I just played, Walking the Shadow Blue, when was that completed?
Well, we released it September 17th of 2013. So Marty was actually busting his butt with me. I guess the December for it was the December of 2012.
Yeah.
We were working on it. Trying to get everything ready.
Yeah, I thought Marty was out of your life.
No,
I love that guy.
No, he's very busy, but he's out. I tell you, he's out of his own life. You know, he's constantly busy. He's a very hard worker. He builds recording studios. He builds consoles and does all the woodworking and enclosures and you know.
Wow, maybe I should get him over
no,
here.
I'm not kidding you. He does vocal rooms, drum rooms. He's an amazing artist. Not only as a musician, but as a carpenter.
Yeah, right. You know, I miss him.
He's a finished carpenter. He's not a rough carpenter. You know, he's not. I mean, I'm sure he could frame and all that, but that isn't what he does. You know, he's very finesseful, like he is on guitar, and he's a great finished carpenter.
Yeah,
and that's what he does now.
So, yeah, I you know, I was thinking of him, and I was going to ask you, you know, on the off the show, you know, how's Madman doing? And I tried to reach out to him years ago because I want to jam with him, but it was just almost impossible to get a hold of him or to have him make a commitment. He would never call me, and you know, but I love the guy still, you know.
He doesn't call me either, believe me. I mean, he doesn't either. And he did me a favor because I really needed. I wanted to get this album done. I told Marty, I said, listen, you played on like Hell to Hell, not Press for Time, I don't think Press for Time, but Hell to Hell, time and time again. This is all the stuff that's on the Rest in Peace album. What other stuff did he help me with? Put all the demos together years ago. No More War, which is like a political song. And, you know, Marty helped me put all the demos together. I said, Marty, if I ever release this stuff, I said, I'm telling you, you know, I want you to play guitar on it. I said, I want you to be on the release. So I kept my word many years later after, you know, we separated from Dead on Arrival many moons ago.
Right.
And actually, Marty replaced Adam Fry, who is an awesome guitar player, you know, also. I mean,
I heard of that name, yeah.
Well, yeah.
He was from Jersey, right?
Those guys, I'll tell you, Marty, you know, and Adam, they're one of my favorite guitar players.
Now, Adam was from Jersey, right?
Huh?
Adam was from Jersey, right?
No, Adam was from Middletown, actually, and you know,
I think he was good guitar players up here.
You know, he's a phenomenal guitar player. That guy, a great songwriter. He's a great record producer. I'll tell you, I learned a lot of the whole initial studio thing from him, and then I just got deep into studying things and getting better and better at it. And I produced this album, by the way.
Right.
You know, I went in and I did I was the executive producer on the project, and I did along with my, you know, engineer / co-producer, Todd Levine at Magnetic North in Saugerties. You know, Todd and I, you know, we're a great team. You know what? I get under people's skin because I'm very anal about things. Like, I mean, one time I had tried.
You get on my skin too, you know.
Well, there you go. That's it. I'm like a friggin' tick, you know.
Yeah, but you were pissed off at Marty that time, and you snapped your finger and said, "I am the Rick Ferrusi." And the flying symbol came at him at 50 miles an hour.
That was probably more at Tommy D, not Marty.
Oh, okay, Tommy D. Tommy fucking D. What's up with that guy?
I haven't seen him in years. He would have been on this album.
Right. He was a great singer.
It was just a lot of rough color stuff, you know, with our friendship at that time.
Yeah.
And you know, I haven't seen him in years. You know, I wish him well.
Yeah.
And but you know, there was stuff that was off color, and Marty and I were trying to, you know, work with Tom, and he just.
But he was a great singer, though.
Yeah, he was. I don't know how he is now, but I know that when he did work for himself, he was absolutely phenomenal. I think he did a great job on Alive and Kickin'.
Hell fucking yeah, that was Tommy's album.
Yeah, it was.
Pretty much, you know, the way he handled it.
I wanted to recruit him for the Rest in Peace album because, you see, I gave those guys my word, and I have integrity, Joe. When I tell you something, it could be 15 years later, I'm keeping my word.
That's right.
You know, so I said, Tom, I'm doing another album. I want you to play guitar on it, and I want you to sing. And then, you know, like I said, our relationship was a little off at the time, and you know, he just couldn't make rehearsals and stuff, and it seemed like he was always making excuses. Maybe he wasn't, but you know, I needed to get things done. I'm a person that I'm very driven. I have to get things done. You know, I'm like no joke when it comes to getting something done, especially with, you know, my career. To me, music is a career. And when I work a job, it's an occupation. You know, I'm sure any real musician's like that, you know what I mean? Until we all break enough into the business where we don't have to work an occupation anymore, and our career becomes our occupation.
Right, exactly. I understand that. Yeah.
But I think Jim Kirk was another guy that played on the Rest in Peace album, a phenomenal guitar player. Actually, Jim did the leads on Hell to Hell. He did the leads on Press for Time. And the thing is, like the leads were written because Adam Fry wrote the leads to Press for Time. So I said, Jim, I really, really need to tribute Adam on this album. I said, I really need a kind of note for note. I put your own little stamp on it, but I mean, as far as the signature melody, it's got to be, attributed to Adam. And he did that, man. I mean, Johnny on the spot, he put his own little feel into it, I could tell it's not Adam. The average person probably wouldn't. But, Jim Kirk, another phenomenal guitar player, Mr. James Kirk. Yes, the Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk.
And Madman Marty, man, I'll tell you what.
I love Madman. God, I love that guy.
Oh, so do I. I tell you what a great album because of that.
What a great personality that guy's got, too.
So, I want to tell you, when things didn't work out with Tommy D, I went to Donnie because Donnie was singing in a cover band. Some people have heard of the band Big Bang Theory. That's my cover band. It's like and the cover band that consists of all the different, elements of Dead on Arrival. It's like the members of Dead on Arrival are in that. And we just go out and do covers and have fun. As a matter of fact, we played with Blue Oyster Cult at the Paramount Theater, and, we drew 535 people in seats before we hit that stage. And when we did the Blue Oyster Cult show, it was D.O.A. and B.O.C., and that was at the Paramount Theater in 2008. I think it was like October or November or something like that. And Adam Fry, I was trying to get a hold of him. And then, ironically, 2 days before that show, Adam called me. He says, Rick, I heard Alive and Kicking over WPDH. He says, I got all warm and fuzzy. He says, I was going over the Big Hill on 84 and going to PA. He says, Rick, I said, yeah, man, we're playing the Paramount. So come on down. And, 2 days, there's no way he's going to get ready for the show. So I said, at least come to the show. I said, I really wanted you to play the show, Adam. I was trying to get all the original members together. So Tommy came in, guested on guitar and sung. And Donnie Schickel lead sung, because Donnie was the new singer for, Dead on Arrival at that time. And then, so what ended up happening is Adam came to the show, and we got 5 standing ovations, and I am so honored and pleased that people stood up for us and really cheered hard. I mean, the whole entire place stood up when when the song Alive and Kicking, we started playing that. The place was insane. And I'm saying, geez, I think a few people have the album. A few people are fans of that song, And then, I got into the drum solo, because I do a solo at every show. And I got a standing ovation drum solo. Matter of fact, they cheered so loud in the middle of my solo, I almost jumped out of my skin. I felt myself, I didn't jump out of my skin, but I felt like I did.
Yeah.
While I was soloing, because I heard raw, and I said, oh my God, what the frig is that? It startled me, Well, I didn't expect it.
Well, listen, with your permission, speaking of Hell to Hell, I have it ready queued up over here, and I'd like to, to play it. And can you describe this track for everybody?
Yes, Marty Johnsey, Madman Marty, played the guitar on that and did a phenomenal job. He did the intro, and then Jim Kirk came in and did the second track over top of it, and it's Donnie Schickel singing, and used a friend of mine, a very great vocalist, old lead vocalist, and keyboard player, and bassist. He's a multi-instrumentalist. He's phenomenal, Mr. Frank Matra.
Right.
My friend Frank came and sang on, that he was singing with Donnie on Walking in the Shadow of the Blues. And if it wasn't for Frank, I don't think the stuff would have turned out the way it did, what I was looking for, because I was looking for 2 great singers to do like a duet. And I couldn't have picked 2 better singers than Donnie and Frank to sing together, because they're so different, and everybody had their own personality in it. Well, this is Donnie singing this here, and Frank singing backups in Hell to Hell. And Marty, Madman Marty's playing guitar, Jim Kirk is playing guitar, and Frank is playing bass on this. And besides, Frank did play bass and He played bass on everything, I think. The first 5 songs on the Rest in Peace album. And he also played, Frank Matra played the Hammond organ on the Whitesnake song.
Okay.
So it's just, this is Marty, Jim, Donnie, Frank, and I playing Hell to Hell.
Fantastic. And with that said, why don't we play it right now here on the Show of Shows, the Crazy Joe Show, with my friend and yours too, the lovable and wonderfully talented brother of rock and roller, Mr. Rick Ferrusi, and Hell to Hell here on the Crazy Joe Show. Yeah, baby. Yeah. sorry, I couldn't resist.
That's okay, brother. You got a boot camp on it.
I couldn't resist. Oh my God, that thing's got so much energy. I love it, man. Holy doggy. And Marty's just a great guitar player, and
Oh yeah, man. Without
heavy
doubt.
sound,
Him and his sound, Jim Kirk and his sound. And you see, the thing is that I'm like a kind of a I don't know, I guess like an orchestra director. I'm just like a conductor. And I have certain things. Like to me, when I write, every note is accountable. I let all those guys have their artist freedom, as long as it's within my direction of what I'm looking for. And they'll play something, and I'll say, I said, I really, really would appreciate it if we could do this instead. Like a lot of guys come into triplets, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I always start mine, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? I always started with the eighth note, rather than go right into the triplet. And, so I'm real, I don't know, kind of finicky on the way I do things, So I get under people's skin, like I said, but once they do it and they hear the final product, they said, Rick, this album sounds great,
Yeah.
And plus, and they're always, I'm always told, what, we always learn new things because of the way you do things in a very unorthodox way. So, your drumming, the way you write, the way you arrange songs, your timing. Because I do a lot of odd timing stuff, and you don't notice it because in Hell to Hell, and it may sound like, it may sound normal to people, but maybe the drum fills in 5. And I'm coming, you know what I'm saying? Instead of doing a 4-count fill, I do a 5-count fill. You know what I mean? Or a pause for a measure and then fill.
Yeah.
So it brings it into a measure late to some people, but it's not. It's written that way.
Yeah.
I write that way because I like shock value, and when people expect something to come in, I did it on the Live and Kick and Fill. A lot of people expect the song to come in, and it's not, and then all of a sudden a measure later, bang, it's right there. It's like, oh, they were late. No, we weren't late. It was written that way.
No, but I was listening with the rolls, like, that's what I'm listening for. I mean, that stands out. You know what I mean?
Well, I thank all those great drummers that I've looked up to over the years. And I'm going to start out by saying the reason why a lot of my drumming is the way it is because I'm very, very jazz influenced. I mean, Buddy Rich, Louis Bellson, Gene Krupa. Like, I studied those guys growing up, and I'm not as fast as they are, and I can't endure long solos like they do. But, I mean, I have a lot of their techniques that I've learned, and I put my own stamp on it. And I take all those jazz phrasings, and I play them in a rock and roll feel. But I mean, it's playing jazz in a rock and roll sense it's not easy because it's a lot of math and you have to count. Well, when you're first learning it, it's all math to me. I just don't play by feel. I play by feel, but I also am doing the math. I'm a very mathematical drummer, and I count everything. Especially if I'm playing with like a progressive metal or progressive rock band. I'm counting their phrases, and so I know exactly where it is, what it is, and then now I got the mold in my head, and I can just play it. I can hear it once and just play it.
Yeah.
So I don't have to practice it 90 times. I hear something once and I just play it.
Yeah.
So and it's I don't know if it's a gift or what it is, but it's I guess it came from a lot of years of playing and just listening and studying and stuff like that. Of course, with all those jazz greats, then I have, Keith Moon, Don, from The Who, Don Brewer from Grand Funk Railroad was a huge influence.
Uh-huh.
Here's one that people don't hardly ever mention, and I don't know why, but Jerry Edmonton from Steppenwolf.
Oh.
I thought he was phenomenal with his drumming, and I really studied it, and a lot of those phrasings are from bands like that,
Yeah.
And I have to say, Mr. Carl Palmer, without a doubt, ELP, Mr. ELP.
Yeah.
I studied his drumming, and that's why I drum the way I do. Don Brewer from Grand Funk. I mean, to go listen to, like American Band, and you'll hear a lot of drumming and that stuff, and and how he approaches it. I mean, I don't duplicate these guys, but I play a lot like them. You know, John Bonham, you know, which I know is one of your favorites.
Oh, absolutely. Come on, man.
I mean, don't I kind of emulate a lot of stuff that he does in my drumming?
Yeah.
You hear it, I'm sure, because he was a huge influence.
Yeah, loved him.
And Mr. Buddy Miles.
Right.
Mr. Buddy Miles, when he played with the band The Gypsies with Jimi Hendrix, you know,
right.
listening to all those, you know, he did a lot of snare work and, you know, incorporated in a beat, so I do a lot of that sometimes, you know. It's just all these great drummers just, they taught me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, music is, it's just, you know, and you know, when you talk about all these great legendary bands, it just brings back not just memories, but, you know, that when music was music, you know, when rock and roll was rock and roll, and it just wasn't rock and roll. It was like, you know, you mentioned, you know, Buddy Rich and the jazz, and you know, one of the old timers there. I can't think of his name now. You mentioned him. He was from the, I guess, the '50s era or the.
Well, it was Buddy Rich, Gene Krupa, and Louis Bellson.
Right. And, like, nobody plays like this anymore. I don't know what you think of the music scene, but I'm sick of it. Makes me want to vomit. I know this, the only guy that I see that's talented, he's not a drummer, he's a bass player, which is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, he's really phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why isn't there enough musicians. Well, let me ask you a question. You've been around a long time. What is your opinion of the music scene in the last 10 or 20, even more years? Besides rap, let's concentrate on just rock and roll. Like, what is going on with the business?
Or nationally?
I'm talking about the whole rock scene. Like, you mentioned all these legends from the 50s on to, like, what is...
People don't play like that anymore.
Yeah.
You know, they'll emulate... Well, I'm not going to say some do a good job in emulating, you know, a tribute to, like, Led Zeppelin. There's a couple bands, you know, that really hone in to Iron Maiden and Led Zeppelin and stuff like that, and they hone in and they play the songs really well. But when you close your eyes and you know what the song really consists of, to a trained ear, you know, they do a good job, but it's not John Bonham, it's not Jimmy Page.
Right.
But yes, they're close, but they're no cigar, you know.
Okay.
And you know, in order to really hone in and duplicate these people, it takes a lot of work, because you have to understand how they passionately felt what they were playing.
But who do you like in the last, I mean, since I've talked to you and then till now, who have you been getting into? Besides all the greats you mentioned and all the great bands in rock and roll, who have you been following in whatever many years? Who you been following? Who do you like? Who turns you on now?
You know, I have to tell you, I'm a huge Metallica fan.
Okay, great.
And I like them old, new. Some people they sold out. They didn't sell out. They blossomed. You know, they're getting older. They don't want to do the same shit they did.
Right.
You know, like
Can't
back
blame
in the
them.
day.
Right.
Because, you know, first of all, you know, you need to evolve. The Rolling Stones evolved from Satisfaction to what they do today. You know, Bon Jovi evolved from what he first started with My Little Runaway or whatever the hell it was to what he does today. And you have to evolve. You know, Bruce Springsteen, I don't know, I kind of liked him when he first started. I didn't like his the way he updated himself, because I thought his music in the beginning was great.
Yeah.
And as time went on, it's really not my style.
Right.
I liked when he had was it Born in the USA? I mean, it was really just pumping rock and roll, and it was great Americana music.
Right.
When he started getting political, and you know, he's very talented. I'm not saying he's not. Mm-hmm. He did that song "Fire," "I'm on Fire," or whatever the hell it was, that ballad. It was a beautiful song. You know, and I just think with a lot of stuff like I don't know, 41 Bullets or whatever with the Amadou Diallo thing, and I mean, I thought, you know, come on, man, stop it. You know what I mean?
Well,
and
I think it was overrated anyway.
Well, I mean, I just think it's cheesy to do that stuff. Now,
I didn't like his drummer Max, whatever, Weinberg. I don't think there was anything really great about him. I mean, it was
solid drummer.
Yeah, but not a rocker. You know, not a rocker like you. And obviously,
no,
you know, he doesn't compare with you. You know.
He's very, very good. Don't get me wrong. Max.
I don't think he's explosive enough, because of the kind of music he's playing. Maybe it's like, top 40, I guess.
Well, he's a jazz drummer.
Okay.
Attempting to play rock.
Okay.
And believe me, I
no Ginger Baker, I'll tell you that.
Well, Ginger Baker's phenomenal.
Yeah, but you're comparing the two as far as jazz, though, because Ginger Baker was really a jazz drummer, but he could play unbelievable.
Well, he does what I do, Ginger Baker, or I do what he did, in other words.
Yeah.
To put it in the right perspective. He's from jazz, and he puts a lot of that hi-hat opening and closing and all that stuff, and and it all comes from jazz, and he puts it into rock and roll. When Max plays rock and roll, it's like a 50s, 60s drummer. He doesn't play like a modern rock drummer would. He plays more like a 50s, 60s drummer, and that's the style he is. That guy could play some serious surf music with a shuffle, man. Like Max is a great drummer at what he does. He did great with the Springsteen stuff.
Yes, but not Rick Ferrusi.
Well, the thing is, Bruce Springsteen didn't want somebody like me, so he picked Max. It was just like a.
Well, I think that was a mistake. I think he should have picked you.
Huh?
I think it was a mistake on Bruce Springsteen's part. I think he should have picked you, that son of a bitch, cocksucker.
I think later on I would have got a little bored with his music. But
by the way, you can say cocksucker on the show. It's okay. It's an uncensored show. You can say motherfucker, too, and,
okay.
Big cock, big pussy. I mean, we say it all the time.
Well, that's good. That's good.
It's a good show, because I got my own channel, so I can do whatever I want. I pay $30 a month for it.
Whatever you wanted anyway. You have your own channel since your day of birth.
I don't know if I had my own channel since the day of birth. That's pretty...
You've been you since day one, have you?
What's that?
Yeah, you've been you since day one, haven't you?
Yeah, well, but now I'm really coming into my own right now. I mean, I didn't think I was going to be a radio host. I didn't think, and speaking of music, I miss rock and roll a lot. I miss my songs. I miss everything. But, I can't get a guitar player to interpret, some of the stuff. But anyway, this is about you and not me, and I like to talk to you about it like off the air and stuff. But I miss music, and I miss rock and roll, and like I said before, this is an atrocity, with the music scene. I don't see any bands. I read in the Post yesterday there's a band that Jimmy Page endorses, and it's only 2 guys, and I really hate that shit. I mean, the bass player, it's a rhythm section. How can you have a fucking band with just a rhythm section? Now, the guy's got 1,000 sound effects on his bass, and I can understand that. But you know who brought that fucking concept? What was that band? White Stripes.
Sure, well, before him, Stuart Hamm, the bassist, always used a lot of effects when I seen him. And, Stu Hamm played... I seen him play one night, and he had all these bass effects, and he could be a one-man band. Now he's such a great bassist, Stu Hamm. And then you hear a lot of names being dropped, but you don't really hear his. And I have to tell you, I didn't get a chance to meet him that night. I was friends with the drummer that was playing that night, so I was talking to him. But acquaintances. I was with the drummer, not really friends, because the fuck won't friend me on Facebook for some reason. And I've known him since days of like 4.5 and Ace in the Hole and all these, and the Gemini 1, Gemini 2, and I think he knows what I'm talking about if he was to listen to this. And he was the drummer for the Good Rats.
He better listen, because I will put a hit on him.
I was friends with him for a lot of years, so I tried to friend him on Facebook. For some reason, he's ignoring me. I guess he's too good to be my friend.
Hey! Who this jerk off is again? What's his name? I'll fuck him up, man. What's his first name? What's his first name?
Great drummer he is.
I know, but what's his first name? Stuart? What's his name?
He's a great drummer, though. I'll tell you that.
I want to tell him, he's listening out there. You better worship the Rick Ferrusi, because he will throw a fucking symbol at you, and he will fucking cut your head off. Okay?
Well, I'll tell you.
Respect Rick Ferrusi.
This is the truth. When I threw that symbol at Tommy Diggs, I swear to God, he kept antagonizing me, and I said, "Tom, stop." I said, "Please stop."
Wow.
And it just kept building up, and he kept fucking needling me. I said, "Tommy," "I'll pound you, motherfucker."
Woo!
Oh yeah, he got to that point where he was like,
was he fucking asking to die?
I'm afraid to let loose.
I know you are.
I'm
You're a dangerous
very powerful
man.
man. I'm very fast.
Very fast,
and,
powerful.
And I'm active.
Very
and
sexy.
And that's full,
Yeah.
and you're going to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I feel like going to your house right now, wrapping my arms around you. That's what I feel like.
It wouldn't be the first time.
You know, because you're such a sexy guy, and you're
Why,
so
thank you very
dangerous
much.
and powerful, and
Thank you.
you know, I mean,
Yeah, so, the thing is, I took the symbol.
yeah.
I was putting it on or taking it off or something, and Tommy said, so I took that fucking symbol, I flung it like a frisbee.
Holy shit!
And I'm telling you, it almost hit Marty. It bounced off the neck of his guitar, ask him. It bounced, it hit the neck, the headstock. As a matter of fact, it hit the headstock of the guitar. And that was the only thing that saved Tommy.
Wow.
Because I'll tell you,
Wow.
Marty put his guitar down. He said, "That's it." He says, "I'm done tonight."
Yeah, I don't blame you. You damaged his guitar, for Christ's sake.
The next day, Marty and I were talking. He says, "Tommy, he just gets under your fucking skin." He says, "He gets under mine too."
Wow.
And he says he just was needling you all night. So I apologized to Marty up and down.
Yeah,
I
but
said,
what
Marty,
does Tommy
I
said?
said, Marty, I said, I kind of lost, and you could have got hurt. He says,
Yeah.
he says, I was more worried about Tommy getting hurt. He said, because after I threw the cymbal, I jumped up off my drummer's throne.
Yeah.
From behind the kit.
Of course.
And, I was hovering over Tommy with my fist up in the air, and Tommy's crouching down, and it was one of those things, because, it almost got to that point. I mean, I don't think I ever would have hit him, but I mean, I wanted him to know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
felt like it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the fact that he was covering whatever he was doing, that you send a message loud and clear.
Well, Tommy's no slouch either. I mean, he's
really?
He's a black belt in martial arts. He's no slouch. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, but it doesn't matter because of your massive size and strength. He could be a 50 million degree belt, and every time he tries to hit you, going "Hoya! And it bounces off your stomach, and you start like, is there a mosquito in the room or something?
Well, I'm pretty fast too. I mean,
Yeah,
Tommy,
well.
like when Tommy did, him and I used to spar and stuff. I used to catch his hands in midair.
You guys,
Well, see, it's the speed from all the drumming, and plus I took 2 forms of the arts.
Yeah.
I never became a black belt, but I studied a little bit of Muay Thai and Taekwondo, and I do a lot of the upper body stuff. The blocking, and then all for defense. I would never hurt anybody, but I use it. I have the knowledge of it to defend myself if I ever had to.
Yeah, but you don't have to learn the arts. You're just a big boy, and I know you lost a lot of weight because I have the original poster of you with D.O.A. with you, Tommy, and Marty, and the other guy there. I forgot his name from New Jersey.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Don't mention his name.
I'm not going to mention his name because I don't know his name. Damn it.
Good. Forget about it.
Yeah.
It's useless to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, he must have offended you then. I didn't know he offended you,
No, well, it's just, you know what? Respect each other, okay? And,
Yeah.
and when somebody kind of loses respect, for me, and they start, my ears start ringing, if you know what I mean. And I don't talk behind anybody's back. And when somebody does that to me, it's like, we're done.
Hello, Commander. Computer reporting.
What's that?
Hello, Commander. Computer reporting.
Joe, is that you?
Yeah, I was just playing. I mean, I got a sound guy over here, and he was just, he was admiring you for your martial arts. A sound guy. Were you trying to admire Mr. Ferrusi for his martial art ability? The fact that he does speak Japanese. I think there was a recording of you in Japan.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, that was you in Japan when D.O.A. was touring, and you were trying to direct the traffic, with the band and everything, and everybody was following you like the Pied Piper. So we actually had a little,
good thing.
we had a little recording of you that I wanted to play to everybody. And it's a good thing. And as a matter of fact, we have another song here on cue. Let me see over here.
Is that the intro?
No, that's me. I don't know. I just got.
Okay.
Well, you're making
like
me. No, you're making me creative.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm starting to really get into it. So I made that little thing there. But I want to play. What is it? Press for Time? Can I do that?
Great song, yeah.
Yeah.
Adam Fry, I have to tell you this before you play it.
Sure.
Adam Fry started out with a riff. One time we were jamming during a Dead on Arrival rehearsal, and Adam started doing this riff. I said, geez, Adam, that's cool. I said, is it a song? He says, nah, it's just a riff I came up with. And Adam's just such a creative, amazing creator. He's a creator, Adam.
Right.
So I said, you mind if I take that riff? And he says, no, take it. I said, I'm going to write a song. Right. So he says, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? And, it kind of brushed me off, like, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? I came back, I wrote the song, put lyrics to it, put the other parts to the song to it, wrote all the drums to it. And we did the demo, Adam and I. And then I did it again with Tommy and with Marty, So and I had it for a lot of years, and it was supposed to be on the Alive and Kicking album.
Oh.
And I'm glad, but the people I was working with, I had this this attorney and his manager and everything, and they were dumping money into the Alive and Kicking album. I dumped a lot of money into it too, but I'm saying, their help really launched it as far as they paid for a lot of promotion and stuff, and that's why that album was really out there the way it was, because they hired a PR person and radio. We sent stuff out to radio across the United States. It was just like a whole radio PR program, So the promotions were great. Song never made it on there because they didn't want it on there. So I said, you know what? I'll put it on this Rest in Peace album. I got to put it on this Rest in Peace album. So Marty played it because he knew the song, and that's when I said Jim Kirk emulated Adam's lead, pretty much note for note. Press for Time by Dead on Arrival.
Right. Well, let's play this song because I'm curious to hear it here on the Crazy Joe Show. And we are broadcasting live out there on www.thecrazyjoeshow.com. And, of course, phone calls always welcome at area code 845-704-2439. And that's the number. And if you didn't catch it the first time, I'll repeat it the second time, 845-704-2439. But it's also on the website, The Crazy Joe Show. And now here we go with Pressing for Time. And I want to hear it because I am dying to hear it, especially the way Rick describes the riff, and it's got me all curious. So here we go.
Keep in mind,
yes,
when you think the song ends, hold on to your seat.
Okay, I'm going to hold on to my toilet seat over here because I got a portable toilet here for all the diarrhea I've been doing lately with the my stomach and everything. No, I'm only kidding. I'm just kidding. Here we go here on the Crazy Joe Show. Our special guest tonight, Rick Ferrusi, could toss cymbals around like frisbee. So if you want to play catch with Rick Ferrusi over in Middletown Park with a live cymbal, you can do it this Saturday between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Rick will be out there tossing cymbals as frisbees.
Saturday. Now that you mentioned it, I'm going to be in Clintondale.
Oh,
playing a benefit at Primo's. Clintondale.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Oh, you will.
Yeah, I'm going to be there to network. See if I can, get everybody to listen to the Crazy Joe Show.
I think we're going on at like 8 o'clock or something like that.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, we're going on 8 o'clock till like 10 o'clock or something like that, and it's on the what's this Saturday? It's the 25th, right?
So you're going to be on the 8 o'clock at night with D.O.A, right?
Make sure you're there. Come to see Dead on Arrival in Clintondale at Primo's.
Do you mind if I introduce you guys? That'd be okay?
Please do. Come early enough.
I'll come early.
And please do. I would love it.
I'm a really good introducer. I mean, you can hear that the quality of my voice, that I have a broadcaster's voice, see?
Well, that's why you're Broadcaster Joe.
That's right. I am Broadcaster Joe. I'm also Big Cock Joe, too, even though my cock is small. I still like to call myself Big Cock Joe.
So you're a rooster?
Well, it's red right now. I got a little yeast infection there because of the diabetes. So everybody's calling me Red Dick right now, and I don't like it.
Okay, there you go.
Red cock. It does look like a freaking like a strawberry or something. So the Jewish doctor, he wants to. He looked a little like Jerry Springer, or he wanted to cut it off right away. I've had 3 Jewish doctors in urology. They all want to slice it with the meat cleaver. They want to make me Jewish.
There you go. That'll work.
Yeah. So I'm going to be known as Joseph Martinowitz instead of Martinez. You know what I mean? Because if I'm Jewish, I might actually make some money in this thing. Because I'm certainly not getting any money from you tonight. Because you're my friend. That's the reason why. And you're poor.
You're getting my great music.
Yeah.
You have me.
Well, actually, that's not exactly true what I'm saying. I do have your credit card information. I'm charging you $1,000 for this interview tonight. I gave you more time than anybody else. I mean, look at the time. I'm supposed to be out of here by 11 o'clock. So we're gonna.
Just stay and have a ball, man.
Well, I don't. Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, I've been on the air since. Well, actually, I started here in the studio getting ready for my show at 6:30 tonight. So right now it's 11 something. It's going to be almost 11:30, I guess, in 15 minutes or 10. Plus, I got to get something to eat. I'm going to make some pasta and some mussels.
There you go.
And,
But let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Am I going to complain next week when I do a 2-hour concert for you and a 5-minute drum solo?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. But, I'm just saying that, my seat is my underwear is practically plastered to the seat. I mean, I got no ventilation there. I'm on the leather office chair. There's no ventilation there. And, I'm all sticky down there. So I got to, get up and either move around or just get the hell out of here after this song. But I'm sure you have a lot more to say or a few things to say. But I want to play this song, and that's all. We'll work it out. Here on the Crazy Joe Show, we are having a good time with Mr. Rick Ferrusi here because I am a phenomenal drummer, damn it. And I stand by what I say. I throw frisbees around. Symbols. All right, here we go. Here we go. Presser. Wait, what's the name of the song again?
Pressed for time.
Pressed for time, like my cock. My cock is always pressed for time. But it's a great song. Pressed for time here on the Crazy Joe Show. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Fucking other station needs me. That's why they got low ratings here on the Crazy Joe Show. Yeah, low ratings. That's what I'm talking about there, and phenomenal. And we are joined by another caller. Nick of time here. Hello, caller. You're on Crazy. Oh, wait a minute. I know the number. Hold on. Let me figure out the number. Oh, it's Big Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah, I just wanted to get on there. I didn't want to fuck up your interview, dude.
Yeah, but he was just. I'm asking him a question. Clay.
Les Claypool, Joe.
He's the one that's played on that track.
No.
So then, why are you saying his name for?
Plays in the band Primus.
Yeah, I know. So then, why are you bringing
You
up?
guys were talking about good bass players, and I threw that on your thing. That was probably about an hour ago, Joe.
Yeah, phenomenal bass player.
Yeah, I'll fuck you up, Jim.
Yeah, you should check out some of his videos. That dude is like. As a matter of fact, I read a little tidbit today that he actually rehearsed for the role of the bass player in Metallica.
Really?
And they didn't know what to do with him, dude, so they didn't give him the job.
Oh man, yeah, he's unbelievable, that guy.
Oh yeah, he's off the chain.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, he's really unorthodox too.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, he's not your average bass player.
Yeah, you call it putting on your own stamp. That dude puts on his own stamp on everything.
Oh yeah, he's phenomenal. I mean, I'll tell you, his bass solos are insane. You know what he is? He's a modern day. What the hell is his name? Who was that bass player back? And it was jazz bass player, a really well known one. I can't think of his name right now.
From what band?
No, he was a jazz player. You know, from like back in the '60s and the '70s, and he.
Oh no, you don't remind me of the '80s guys.
Yeah, no, this guy was a phenomenal bass player too, and he was that way. You know, he was just a very unorthodox bass player, and bass players.
Yeah, go on YouTube, Joe, and look up a song. My Name Is Mud from Primus.
Cool, I'm gonna look it up.
I got a song for you. My name is Big Cock.
That's not what the girls said, Joe.
They love it. They just play hard to get because it's so big. The last girl I was with, I poked her eye out. It was so big.
Is that why your back is all arched and shit because you're leaning forward?
Listen, don't make me go over there and shove it up your ass like I did a few months ago, okay, please? Because you're gonna get yours too.
Yeah, okay.
I'll fuck you up, Jim, even though you're handsome. I'm peeing in my bottle over here because I got no fucking bathroom up here in the attic. I got to pee in the fucking urology bottle. It's fucking humiliating.
You doing any shows, Rick? You going to see any shows or what?
Well, next week I was just I mentioned over the interview. Next week we're going to be in Clintondale at a benefit, and
yeah, I'm going to go over and see you guys actually.
Who's benefiting?
I think we're going on at like 8:00 or something like that. And we're going to do a 2-hour concert.
Who's benefiting? I don't know nothing about this. I just got an email. Who's benefiting?
Yeah, I'll tell you. If you go to my, I don't know. If you go to my, I think Dead on Arrival's page or my drummer site. I've been posting it all over in the Hudson Valley pages, Hudson Valley musicians, all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's like a red banner, and it's benefit, and it's got a couple bands on there. Something Doyle band, I guess.
But who's it benefiting?
I guess something for children.
Okay.
So, yeah, something for children and.
You playing outside or inside?
Inside Primo's Italian restaurant. As far as setting up a sound system and everything else in there.
I hope I can get.
Yeah, because that place is pretty small.
I hope I can get laid there.
What's that up near? It's in Ulster County, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's up in Ardonia on 4455.
Yeah, okay.
I hope I can get laid there.
If Joe took out his self-proclaimed Big Johnson, it could go across the room.
I'm going to go jousting, man, with my big cock.
Hope you don't find a rabbit hole there, bud.
Just shut up, all right, stupid? If I get shoo after you. We got a mutual friend, and oh man, I know he's going to kill me if he hears this, but
yeah, I've known Joe a long time, Rick.
Yeah, I've known him quite a few years. As a matter of fact, I had a falling out with Tommy D, and I said, Joe, come sing for D.O.A.
Sure.
I tried.
That's not the Tommy D that was playing in
Yeah, that band.
Shadow's Edge, was it?
Yeah, that Tommy
Yeah.
Day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Tommy D very well.
Yeah, you
too.
know,
Yeah.
yeah.
He started out with me, is actually, and you know, it's I put him on the audio
He's
ticket album.
one of all Shadow's Edge's kids too, like 5 minutes before showtime.
Yeah, man, I just got old. It got too old for me.
Yeah, he just like walks up to the stage, plugs in, and it's like, okay, show starts.
That's him. You know, but yeah, but he I tell you, he works a lot too, though. I mean, you know, he used to work right to the last minute and show up the last minute and just grab the microphone and start.
Yeah, it's funny though, but once I see him or Joey Campo and I'm out playing out somewhere, I'll throw one of their songs on and they'll just turn around and look at me and say,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have some real men on this show tonight. I mean, big, beefy guys. Big Jim and Rick Ferrusi.
oh yeah.
These guys are huge,
If we
man.
stood side by side, we'd look like bookends.
You know, you guys should go in WWE and make some real money. They got a challenge out there called Tough Enough, but I don't know, Jim. You're not in real good shape, though.
Dude, I'm fucking 52 years old.
Yeah, but I
Fuck all that
mean,
shit.
yeah, but you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is just stand there, and the wrestlers will bounce off of you. That's
Yeah, it ain't what it used to be, Joe. I'm like fucking I got a good 5 minutes of me. If I get you in the corner, 3 of it's done.
And now in this corner, weighing 458 pounds.
Oh, I just remember the name of this guy, this bass player, Jaco Pastorius. Remember him, Jim?
I heard the name.
Yeah, Jaco Pastorius. His name.
Yeah, I've heard that name also.
One of the greatest bass players of all time.
And I'll tell you, he's like, and Les Claypool reminds me of a modern day him.
And Stanley Clark,
Les-
too, was in that.
Les Claypool is just like, he's a nut, dude.
He is. Yeah, he's Jaco and Flea wrapped up into one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
I think I'm losing control of my own show over
here.
here.
Around here, I have to tell you, I mean, I always knew he was great. I hear some of his videos and stuff. Is Bob Kopeck? Robert Kopeck is an amazing bass player, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm not dropping his name for any kudos or anything, but it just came to mind because when I think of great bass players in the area, he comes to mind. That guy, he's phenomenal.
Well, you and the bass player, that's the sympathy, that's the backbone of the band, dude.
Yeah, without a doubt, that and a great drummer, you know.
Well, that's what you and the bass player, that's the backbone.
Well, that's it. You know, and if a drummer's going to rock, he's going to rock with a rocking bass player. Because you get a lame bass player, the drummer can't do too much. You know what I mean?
That's right. You got to have a good bass player.
That's it, without a doubt. Without a doubt. So I want to explain to you guys, just food for thought. You know, a lot of my endings are finale endings. You know, and I do that because I grew up in a household. My father was a trumpeter, and he played with Perez Parada. He played with Pete Seeger. He played with the military's, the governor's military band. So my father was a big band fan of, a big band fan, progressive big band jazz.
Right.
So a lot of those bands like Benny Goodman and Tommy Jimmy Dorsey and all those, they had finale endings. They always had a big ending to their stuff, So that's where I get it from, growing up with my father, because my father, like I said, was a jazz trumpeter. And he loved quartets. He loved the Steve Allen band. They were like a 4-piece, and Steve was on piano and he would sing. And he just loved jazz. My father, he was just all about jazz. So that explains why I am the way I am, and studying Louis Bellson and Buddy Rich and stuff like that, and playing the way I play is because a lot of my influence of growing up and that stuff. And that's where the big endings come from in my songs.
Right.
And then when I do something with guitars, sometimes when I write a part, I'm thinking, this sounds like a horn line. Let me put a horn line here with guitar, So quite unique, right?
No, you did good work, man.
Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
and I'm honored you think so. Thank you.
Yeah, you better bow down to him, Jim, all right? You get the beating of your life.
No, I'm bowing down to Jim and Joe. That's who I'm bowing down.
No, Rick. We all bow down to you because you are the Rick Ferrusi.
I couldn't be the Rick Ferrusi if it wasn't for people like you, and I thank you.
And I thank all of you for being a guest on the Crazy Joe Show. And I want to ask you something, Rick, real quick. I saw a couple of interviews that you had. I know you went to somebody's house, too, and But I want you to tell everybody out there and say with feeling and meaning that this is probably one of the best interviews you ever did in your life.
Without a doubt. The Crazy Joe Show.
Right. You didn't think you didn't think I was this talented, right?
No, I always knew you were that talented. I was just waiting for you to come out of your shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You were like in a cocoon, and all of a sudden, you came out like a beautiful butterfly.
Yes.
What did you do, Jerry? Did you fall out of bed this morning and crack your shell?
Look, you're just a jealous bastard. Go screw yourself, all right, douchebag? Jealous fuck?
He probably fell on his ass, cracked his ass.
Well, whatever. I mean, listen, I'm doing a broadcast, and I'm very proud of myself. That's all I can say.
Yeah, we're proud of you too, brother. We're here.
You know, listen, Rick, we got to get together and boost my... What's that?
I said, put that chest out and be proud.
I am.
So listen, are you guys really coming to my show next Saturday?
You better believe I'll be there.
I'm going to bring you some CDs, Jim.
Yes, please. I would definitely appreciate that, dude, so I can download them into my repertoire here.
Oh, yeah, and we're going to get a little heavy on you with some Otto Orpheus, too, so that'll...
That's all right. Heavier is good. I'm going to see Slayer Sunday.
There you go. That's it.
I'm going to see if I can calm my way into singing Rock and Roll by Led Zeppelin, so we'll see what happens.
Slayer and Black and King Diamond.
King Diamond, another great band.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd love to play drums in that band.
Yeah, King Diamond. He's still kicking.
Yeah, God bless him.
Yep.
Yeah, great player. You know, and I'll tell you, that's a name that's not out there like Slayer, but yet everybody knows it. It's still like a legendary band, legendary artist.
Oh, yeah.
So, Rick, we definitely want you to come on again. This is a marathon interview here, and only the great Rick Ferrusi can pull this off, a marathon interview with Crazy Joe Show. So, obviously, he's very happy about being on the show. And I got something queued up for the last song of the evening. It's going to be called Time and Time, if you want to talk about that song, if you don't mind me playing that one.
I'll tell you, that song there, I wrote a lot of the lyrics to a lot of these songs, like Press for Time,
yeah,
Hell to Hell, and Time and Time Again. And I'll tell you, Donnie Schickel, my vocalist, for Dead on Arrival, by the way, this is something interesting I think the listeners should know. If you buy a Dead on Arrival Rest in Peace album, and you buy Ode to Orpheus on the Dark Side of the Sun, the same members are in each band, just so you know. We're all the same members playing different genres of metal. And Donnie Schickel is an amazing vocalist, and when and a great lyricist, and he came to me, says, Rick, he says, I'll tell you, I think these are the best lyrics you've ever written. This is the best I've ever heard you write. And I was honored, because, coming from Donnie, in 10 years, I never heard him say that. And I was sitting on my couch discussing the new album with him, and I said, listen, let me read you these lyrics to the song so you have a clue what's going on. And he says, Rick, I really like those lyrics. So, it's an interesting song. It reminds people, I guess it has familiarity to a lot of people. Some people say, oh, it reminds me of Boston. Oh, it reminds me of this. Oh, it reminds... to me, it reminds me a little bit of like a Rolling Stones, the intro. I don't know what... But I'll tell you, it was a fun song to play. And all the lyrics and storylines that I write are about reality. And when you hear the lyrics to Time and Time Again, you'll relate it to some part in your life. And the same thing with Hell to Hell and stuff like that, and Press for Time, and it's just it's about reality and the way life goes, and we've all lived it. So rock on, boys.
That's the way I look at it. How about you, Jim? How do you look at it?
Very good, man. Cue up.
Okay, cue up. I was just answering a woman over here. She says if I want to chat on Skype, her name is Kathleen, whatever, and maybe she wants my cock. I don't know what's going on over here.
It's not Caitlyn Jenner, is it?
Oh, you disgusting... Wait a minute, hold on. I'm not going to let you get... Wait, hold on. I'm not going to let you get away with that, Rick. That was an insult. Okay?
Maybe she just wants to see how very handsome you are, Joe.
Well, who? This one here?
The lady that wants you to Skype.
Yeah, I'm actually putting in my number right now, and maybe she could talk to a real rock star. So I say,
radio personality extraordinaire.
well, that's what I am, and I've invited Jim, to come by if he wants to do, some co-hosting here. I don't have a co-host, and of course, Rick.
Awesome.
Yeah, and of course,
awesome, Jim. Go do it, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You gotta. And when you're gonna be down there, I want to come down as a guest, just listen in.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, bro. I want to come and check out the band without a doubt.
Oh, thank you. And if you're going to co-host with Joe, Crazy Joe on the Crazy Joe Show, Big Jim, I want to be there. I want to be there. I want to sit and watch you guys interact. That's all.
yeah, but you're also going to be interacting because we have a celebrity.
Oh, yeah, that's everybody in the pool.
Also, we're going to do a three-way.
Well, I mean,
Probably.
we could bring some fat chicks. I don't care. We could bring some fat chicks over here as long as we have like the onion dip and the potato chips and the Fritos.
Some flour too, Joe.
What? Shut up, stupid. You're not even intelligent like I am. Big dummy.
Here comes Joe with an 80-pound bag of flour.
Oh, Jesus.
Wonder who's sitting in tonight, guys.
Yeah. This woman's asking me how's my day. I'm serious. I'm going to cue up this song. I got it ready, and I said call into my show, and I'm giving the studio number. Now she's going, how's your day? And I'm going to say, who the fuck are you? Who are?
She must not be listening then, Joe.
Yeah, but you're right. But I wanted to listen, but I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm
you're
going
gonna
to do.
have to send her to the Levi show then, the Lebanon Levi show.
I'm a.
I did listen to that last night too. That was a good interview, also.
Yeah, hey, Rick, you got to listen to that. I was interviewing Lebanon Levi from the Amish Mafia.
Cool. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, it was a good show. It's on the page.
Cool. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, and because
he wants to come and hang out with Joe too.
There you go.
There's a
we'll have a foursome.
Verbally.
I think what's going to happen is I don't know how strong this attic floor is, but it might cave in because there's a lot of big guys over here.
Well, who was that carpenter you were talking about before?
Oh, Madman. Madman, Mark.
Yeah. A few more trusses, Madman.
She's asking me like this. I said, she goes, how's your day? I go, who are you? I'm a radio show. She goes, I hope you don't mind randomly chatting for a bit. I found your name on the Skype search. LOL. What kind of ladies do you like?
Uh-oh.
You mean she could be one of those, rent-a-girls?
Trojan viruses?
Maybe the type you got to roll in flour. Who knows?
Well, I want you guys to screen her, so I'm going to say, why don't you call my show again?
Yeah, give her the number. Let her
I
pop
did.
right in there, and we can do the old fucking under the light interview.
Yeah, I want you guys to interview her to see if she's one of these ladies of the night. And if she is, she probably doesn't want the advertising.
Well, that could be.
Right.
And you get free perks.
Well, does she offer coupons?
I don't know how to spell coupons, but I should ask her though. Do you
$10 off? Swooshy wooshy.
No, buy one, get one.
Shushy wooshy. Hey, Rick, do you get this thing that me and Jim are talking about? Wooshy wooshy.
Yeah.
That's one of our mutual friends' wife. Is she talking? He said shushu. He said shushu.
You would call it swooshy wooshy.
I don't know. I'm gonna play this song, but like I said, and I was gonna say goodbye because I don't know how many people are listening right now. It's getting kind of late, and people have to go to work tomorrow. And I was like,
are you working tomorrow, Joe?
Me? I have no job right now. I'm doing a radio
I guess
show.
You're good, right?
No, but I mean, I need to get a part-time driving. It's just that there's nothing out there. I got the yellow pages, so I guess I'll call a few people, but I got nothing going on right now. I'm just doing the show.
If you talk to this lady and she's in the right line of work, maybe you can become a pimp.
This is her response. She goes, I think you would like me. I'm really cute, but I can't be a little naughty sometimes.
Here we go.
The fuck is this?
She's switching from the right lane to the left lane.
There you go.
Rick, how do I handle this? Rick, how do I handle
You
it?
know, the thing is, it could be, you know, one of those cross-dresser things, the trans things.
Ooh,
It could
shit with it.
Could be.
Wait, I'm going to ask her right now if she's a man.
Dick with tits, man. Could be.
If she comes upstairs with a tape measure, show you're in trouble.
I just asked her if she's a man. Are you a man? Because of you guys. Are you a man? Let's see what she says. What the fuck? I mean, here I am on Skype. This woman starts coming on that she's online, and she goes, "Oh, I just want to chat. I hope you don't mind me chatting. You know, I hope you don't mind that I randomly chat with you for a bit. I found your name on the Skype search. LOL. What kind of ladies do you like? What the fuck? All right, you know what? Fuck her, man. She ain't worth it to be on this show. It's probably
Maybe that's her whole intention, Joe.
It's probably Bruce Jenner's cousin.
There you go. Good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would suck.
Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Do you have any pictures? I'm trying to send you one, but my laptop is being weird.
Oh, gee. There's a real shocker, huh?
Yeah, she's full of shit. I'm not answering this so-called woman with a fake photo. Anyway, I'm gonna say, as they say on CB radio, and I know Rick was a big-time CBer in Middletown. He used to key on all the
73rds and kind words. That's it.
Right. Thank you for interrupting me. 73rds and kind words, you bastard.
So anyway, Jim Kirk playing guitar, rhythms and leads.
Right.
Madman Marty Johnsey playing.
Yeah,
guitar.
Madman, my fucking hero.
Frank Matra playing bass and singing backup vocals. Mr. Donald Schickel, the Mr. Donald Schickel, the one and only Donnie Schickel on vocals.
Yeah, well, I couldn't have said it better myself. Hey, guys, stay on the line if you like. I'm going to play this song, and then after I play it, I'm going to get back to you guys, but I'm going to shut off the feed, and we could just talk if you like on the telephone. It's up to you guys.
Sounds good, man.
How about you, Jim? Are you gonna hang up like a wussy?
No, I'll be putting it back on the shelf here and hanging out.
Sounds good.
Okay, very good. All right, so I just want to thank Rick Ferrusi. No, seriously, Rick, I want to thank you for being on the show. I hope that you will become a regular. Please, you're always invited to co-host, and let's play like more D.O.A. music. And there's a lot of things I want to talk to you about. I really missed you, and you know that I said a nice compliment with you on the Facebook that you're one of the greatest talents, and I'd love to jam with you sometime because I really miss the camaraderie of music, and I think this was like an amazing interview tonight. And I hope that the Crazy Joe Show really afforded you one of the best interviews of your entire existence. Thank you.
It was awesome, and I appreciate it very much, and I'm honored the way you feel. Thank you.
And you really smell good sometimes when I walk by you with that wonderful
thank you.
Cologne that you wear. I don't know what
Well,
kind
it's
of
not cologne. It's body odor, just so you know.
Hey, everybody out there, good night for the Crazy Joe Show. We'll see you next week on Tuesday. It's been real. Rock on, man. Rock on. Yeah, here we go. It's some real good music here. Yeah. Good night, everybody, from the Crazy Joe Show. Yeah, D.O.A. Rock and roll.